This is Maria Piegler with socialmediaonlineclasses.com, and in this video I am going to show you how to do painless blogging for people who hate to blog. This is literally going to take me longer to explain and show you how to do than it will for you to do your blog post. And the way that I'm going to show you to do this, you can blog in less than a minute. And I know that sounds too good to be true, but I'm going to show you how to do this and why I came up with it. Most of this has to do with, I have a lot of clients, consulting clients, and a lot of members who just hate to blog. And that's fair. You don't have to love it, but if you hate it, you're not going to do it. And so my goal was to come up with a way that would make blogging painless for them, so that if they're on the road every week, if they are just overwhelmed in a family business and everyone has too many things to do, this is going to make it super simple. So here's the example that I'm going to show you. This is my artist blog. I'm a watercolor painter, and it's what I do in my spare time to relax. And I have so many paintings that I wanted to start putting them for sale on a blog, but I really don't have time to do another blog. So this blog is entirely automated. Everything that you see here was done with an automated, systemized blog post. And I'm going to show you how I set this up, and then we're actually going to do one together. So this is a blog post that was created by posting this photo to Instagram, and it automatically posted to my blog. Now it uses the title of my latest watercolor painting, and everything I do from Instagram that comes to this blog will be titled the same thing, and that's fine. If you have people who follow you, they're not going to care, honestly, what the title of your blog post is. I have a client who is literally on the road 50 weeks of the year, and she likes to post photos of the exotic locations she travels to on her blog, but she's not really good at it, and so she doesn't do it consistently. So I suggested that she do this process and title it, "Where in the World is Sue This Week?" And that's perfect, because that's all her fans want to know. This is the photo that I posted to Instagram. This is the caption that I put on Instagram. It comes through to the blog. These are the hashtags, and they're very important, and I'll show you why in just a moment. And then these are the categories that came from Instagram as well, or that came from the automated blog post system that I've developed. It shows that it's an 8x10. Now this says floral. I need to go in and change that. The price is $97, and it's watercolor. Now this is actually a landscape, but most of the photos that I have on my blog are florals, which is why I have it set up as florals. I can always go in and change this, but I could do this like once a month or even once a week. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. You're going to create this automated system with a service called Zapier. Now, I am already logged into Zapier, so you're not going to be able to see the home page. But I'm going to show you what I did in Zapier to create this automation. And this systemizes creating a blog post. Now, Zapier is an automation tool. That's what it does. And it works with online services. So it works with a trigger and an action, and the trigger is what it looks for to start what it calls the zap. And in this case, the trigger is Instagram. The trigger is a tagged photo on Instagram, and the action is it creates a WordPress blog post. So the first thing you have to do is set up the trigger and action. I've done that. So when there's a tagged photo on Instagram, it will create a WordPress post. Then you need to select your Instagram account and your WordPress account. I've already done that. And then there's a couple of critical pieces to this. And it's important that you get this right, because if you don't, the automation will work, but it's not going to work in the way you want it to. Now, it's important that when you trigger something, you trigger it. This is, I'm triggering it with a tag on Instagram. And the tag is a hashtag on Instagram. And I will show you here on my Instagram account. All right, this is the photo that I just did. And here are the tags. I first tested this with blog and that did not work, and I'll tell you why. And then here I have Maria Piegler, and that did work. Now the reason that blog didn't work is because a lot of people use the tag blog. And Zapier isn't smart enough, even if you add another custom filter, like you can add a custom filter with your username, but for some reason that would not work. And so I created a hashtag that's unique to me, Maria Piegler. It could be a nonsense hashtag. It's just going to be something that you alone use. You know, it could be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I mean, it could be something just totally nonsense. It just has to be something that only you will use. So I created the Maria Piegler tag here, and notice I don't have the hashtag symbol in front of it. I just need the word. And then here I'm going to match up the action. When it sees this, this is what it's going to do. It's going to create a WordPress post with the title, and I typed this in, which is my latest watercolor painting. And then here's what I did to create the content of this post, and this is important. You can get from Instagram several fields to pull in. One is the image with standard resolution and the URL. And all you do is click on it and it creates it. And that's fantastic. I'm going to actually delete that. But the only problem is that it doesn't have the associated WordPress code that it needs with it. So I put that in here. And it's just bracket image source equals with a quote, and then a quote after it, and a close bracket. And then I have 2 line breaks here. And I will actually put this code in the blog post, so you can literally copy it and paste it. It's really, really easy. And then I added the caption text, again by clicking here and doing caption text. I'm going to delete that. All right, I chose the status of the post as published. You can do it as a draft or private or pending review, but if the whole point is not to have to do anything to create this blog post other than to upload to Instagram, you want it to go ahead and publish it. I put myself as the author. Sometimes this takes a while, so I'm not going to wait for this, but I pulled this in from WordPress. I did not type my name in. The post date is the caption created time. It's kind of odd. Instagram doesn't have a date field in here. When you pull these up, there's no date field. So let's see, what did it put as the time? Yeah, it's just January 19th, 2016. So that pulls in the date and it works well. So you're just going to do the caption created time. The post format, you're going to do this as an image post because it's a photo. You can also do it as a regular status post. That's what it considers a regular WordPress post. But I did it as an image post. And then here's one of my favorite things about doing this. One of the things I like doing is categories on my blog so that people can go over here and say, okay, I want to see all the florals. Now, remember, I need to change this. It's not a floral. But I can assign these tags automatically through this automation. And so what I do is I pull from the categories that I already have established on my WordPress blog. And this has taken a little while, but it will give you a list of those categories and you just select from them. And then when you want to add another one, you click on the plus symbol. So let's see if I can add another one here. Here we go. Here are the different tags, and I could go in here and add that it's a still life. So see, you can add as many tags as you want. All right, I'm going to delete that. Then the best part about this is you can test it. So you can test it, you can see the trigger sample, and again, you're not going to be able to see the image, but you can see from the caption text here that it worked. And then you can see the action sample. Let's see, post content. Yeah, and then you can see that was awfully fast. Let's see. You can see here by going through here, there's the caption text. So here this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload, I'm going to pause this video, I'm going to upload another photo to Instagram, and then we'll test this zap. Okay, and if I refresh those samples, it's now seeing 2 samples because there's 2 things triggered with Maria Piegler. So I want to see which trigger. Let's see, this is the new one, Happy Dance. Okay, so this is the one I want to test it with. So I'm going to say test. It says success, so we're going to go back over to the blog and we're going to refresh it. And there it is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is immediate. And it takes less than 1 minute to do. So that is the one-click blog post for people who hate to blog.